Good afternoon, students. Today we shall discuss about result of Mohammedan rebellion. As in our previous lesson, we discussed about the causes of Mohammedan rebellion. So after Mohammedan rebellion, what happened in Assam? We shall discuss all those things here in this chapter. Okay. So result of the Mohammedan rebellion. First is the political result. In political result or consequence, this rebellion were detrimental. Okay, at the end of this civil war that lasted for 3 long decades, it lasted more than 30 years. Both the Ahom monarchy and the Ahom kingdom were completely shattered and were merely counting their days. Okay, Ahom kingdom was completely destroyed by extending a helping hand to the Ahom administrative mechanism that had failed to deal with the rebellion. The English had initiated the process of securing a foothold in Assam. Okay, taking advantage of these opportunities, Wells had gathered detailed information about Assam. He made an important report, Captain Wells, based on this information and sent it to the company government. After this happened. It was on the basis of this report that the company government later took all their policy decision with regard to Assam. The terrible consequences of this can be understood in the next chapter. We shall discuss all those, what happened in Assam, etc. And another result of the Mohammedan rebellion was the decline of Ahom administrative mechanism. Ahom administrative mechanism was totally declined. Ahom rule was a medieval feudal mechanism. In this structure, the Ahom was the head of the administration, and all the Buragohais, Borgohais, Borpatra Gohais, Borboruas, Borphukans, along with the Phukans, Soikias, Boras, etc. were the abiding officials of the king. Okay, it has always been a part of history that, taking advantage of the king's weakness, sometimes the officers, bureaucrats became too powerful. Assam was no different. From the time of Swargadev Shivasinha, the officials began to exploit the weakness of the king and became powerful. Most of them could not deliver their duties properly because of their selfishness, and this resulted in the discontentment among the subjects. In fact, from the time of Lakshminath Sinha and his successors, the activities of a group of selfish officials made the lives of the common people unbearable. When the king himself was a fugitive, it was only natural that the kingdom was in chaos. The faith of the subject in the Ahom administration was gradually slipping. Many people joined the rebels to save their own lives and property, but the Mohammedans could not develop a central administrative mechanism amongst themselves. Once they grabbed administrative power, they began to fight with themselves for power and position. As a result, several independent rulers emerged at the same administrative mechanism. As the earlier administrative system still continued, the common people did not feel any change. Their faith in monarchy was depleting with each day, and this lack of confidence of common people on both the Ahom and Mohammedan administration was pushing the state towards a third alternative. To find out what this third alternative was, go through the next chapter. We have to go through the next chapter and understand it. Another consequence, or say result, of Mohammedan rebellion was the socio-economic result. The Mohammedan rebellion had adversely affected the economic and social scenario in Assam. The long period of the rebellion, when both sides were fiercely fighting each other, took its toll on the common people. Just as the rebels did not think twice to kill the supporters of the monarchy and grab their properties, the royal army also, without separating the guilty and innocent, killed, tortured, and exiled men, women, and children. As a result of the intolerable atrocities of both sides, many people had to run away into the jungles and mountains or the neighboring states. As a result of the two sides burning and destroying the paddy fields, famines became a common phenomenon. It is said that the Buragohai's army engaged in checking the Mohamurias and to survive by eating the meat of the horses and elephants used in battle. Moreover, a large section of the Mohamurias, who were expert artisans, had either been killed or maimed for life. This led to a decline in the production of weapons and the strength of the army. The ill effect of all this was seen on the economy of the state because the major portion of Assam's export and import was done through monetary transaction, but by paying with salt and gold. Another cause of the Mohamuriya rebellion was the differences in Hindu Brahminism and Mahapurusha Vaishnavism. Almost all the kings after Swargadev Rudrasinha were believers in the Brahmanical Shaktism. Therefore, at these times, these rulers acted in a biased manner against the Mahapurusha Vaishnava Kshatras and their disciples. The rebellion fanned this baseness, and this resulted in an increased social isolation. Just as the royal supporters terrorized the Mohammodiyas, Kshatras, the rebels also destroyed the Brahmanical Kshatras. It was only natural that such a divided nation would fall prey to foreign invasion. Later, as a result of the Burmese invasion and the expansionist policy of the English, the Ahom dynasty fell and Assam was dominated by English. Another result of the Mohamuriya rebellion was the creation of Matak kingdom. During the rebellion, many rebellious leaders found the opportunity to rule in a feudal manner over separate regions. Among them were Deka Mohanto Gajini, Ramananda Raghamoran, Pitambar, Bharat Sinha, Sarvananda, etc. These people had established themselves as feudal lords in places like Bangmara, Majuli, Naugaon, and Kamrup, etc. The Mohamuriyas, under the leadership of Sarvananda, had invited the Burmese into Assam twice, but both times the Ahoms, by their intelligence, were able to chase them back. Purnananda Buragohai realized the gravity of the situation, and so he quickly concluded a treaty with Sarvananda. By this treaty, the Matak Rajya was created in Bangmara. Bangmara is the present name of Bangmara is Tinsukia. In that area between the Brahmaputra and Dihing rivers, and Sarvananda was recognized as Bar Senapati, a tributary ruler. He promised to pay a yearly tribute consisting of ivory and muga silk to the Ahoms. In this way, the Mohamuriya rebellion impacted the political, economic, and social scenario of Assam. This rebellion did not just change the political map of Assam, it pushed the state towards a terrible future. Taking advantage the Burmese had invaded, which completely devastated Assam. Of the Burmese had invaded, which completely devastated Assam. To save the state from such a scenario, British came to Assam, occupied it, emerged here once again as the serious, then became rulers. Then Captain Wells came to Assam and he made report about Assam. So let us discuss about the report that was made by Captain Wells. He had written a valuable account about Assam and sent it to the Governor General Sir John Shore. This account gives a lot of important information about 18th century eco-political condition of Assam. In his account, Wells described the process of selection of the Ahom king and his powers, the 5 principal ministers of the Ahom administrative mechanisms, and the constant bickering among them for power has also been added in the account. The pike system has also been briefly touched upon. He touched upon the pike system also. For the political deadlock in the Ahom kingdom, Wells opined that the dictatorship of Kirtichandra Barbarua, the immoral denial of throne of Mohanmala Gohai, murder of Moamoria Mahanta, and the competition for power among the high officials and bureaucrats were the main cause of the destruction of Ahom monarchy in Assam. In his account, he further claimed that the British soldiers were successful in saving Assam from the deadlock and also mentioned the steps that he took to re-establish peace in Assam. While commenting on the trade and economy, Wells has especially focused on the natural resources of Assam. He wrote that the large-scale trade between Assam and Bengal earned for Assam revenue amounting to Rs 90,000 per year. It was another matter that only about Rs 26,000 reached the royal treasury. From his description, one can understand that during those times there was scarcity of salt in Assam, and therefore it was imported annually from Bengal. Though a small amount of salt was available in Sadia and Nagapahar in Assam, the quality was inferior. Salt was very expensive commodity in Assam, and such the common people could not afford to use it. In Assam, apart from grain, which was produced in a large quantity, the other products included mustard, sugarcane, ginger, indigo, erica nut and betel leaves, iron, lead, gold, etc. At the time, Guwahati was a big populated town spread across both banks of the Brahmaputra river. On one side of ramparts, on the river bank were 113 cannons, and 3 of them were made in Europe. Near the river, surrounded by a wall of 6 feet high, was a building that was so big that Wells' entire army could stay there. Along with Guwahati, Wells has given a description of the Ahom capital, Rangpur. The boundary of the capital was about 20 miles and it was secured by brick walls, but the walls were in a dilapidated condition. In the areas near the city were fertile agricultural land. Most of the land was the property of the king or the high officials. Products were generally not sold in the market, and especially grain could not be sold. Salt and gold were the medium of exchange, and goods were priced very cheaply. The common people suffered from the scarcity of not other things but money. In spite of this, Assam was an affluent state, and King Gaurinath Sinha could afford to spend a substantial amount of money to maintain the British army. By this, Captain Wells also defined about Assam, and this is the end of this chapter. So actually, who were Mohammadiyas? Things to know: Mohammadiyas were basically belong to Moran tribe. They belong to Moran tribe. The Vaishnava Satra named Mayamora was established in the post Shankar Madhav period. After the death of Shankar and Madhav, Mayamora was established, and it is assumed that the name Mohammadia has been derived from the word Mayamora. Okay, Mohammadia was derived from the word Mayamora. Since the Satradhikars of Mayamora Satra belong to Sudra caste, this Satra was very popular among the various castes and tribes like the Kocharis, Chotiyas, Ahoms, Koibartas, etc. And then with the increasing popularity of Mayamora Satra, the power of Mahantas also increased. The Ahom kings were called Swargadev because they were patrons of Brahmanical Satra and looked down on the Sudra Mayamora Satra and its Mahantas and disciples. As a result, conflict arose between the king and the Mayamora. This was the main reason. And then another point to be noted here is that the atrocities of the Ahom king on the Mayamora Satra and its disciples began to increase. During the reign of Surumpa Bhagaraja, the Satradhikar Guru Nityananda was murdered on royal order, and the murder of Vaikuntha Deva Mahanta on the orders of Gadadhar Sinha was also murdered. The humiliation of Chaturbhuja Deva Mahanta in the royal court of Rudra Sinha and compelling of Mohammadia Mahanta to wear tilak from the blood of sacrificed animals on the order of Baraja Phuleswari was also the cause of the Mohammadia rebellion. Okay, we have to know all these things also. The Ahom king Rudra Sinha accepted the